Okie doke, so lower body, stretching hips, stretching legs, stretching glutes so that we get loosen that lower back, take the load. Everything's about taking the load off the back, the vulnerable areas, back and the neck. So the lower back has no support other than muscles, and the neck has no support other than muscles to the actual joint. The ribs look after the middle back. And so rolling those shoulders, sitting on our mats, rolling those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. So when I first sit on the mat, I'm sitting kind of on my seat bones, but I'm slumping. So I've got a rounded back. So not too worried about that at the moment. We're going to start to stretch that head up to the ceiling and straighten that back. So rather than pushing our hands off the floor, let's just try to take that head. Keep rolling those shoulders, Roz. So taking that head up, bringing that chest up, and use our muscles to straighten our body. And then take those hands and put them on the floor behind your body and just push that chest forward. Squeeze those shoulders together. And then breathing in. And on the out breath, hands on the legs and just roll yourself forward. Roll yourself forward. Down towards those feet. Pull forward, bend the knees and pull forward onto that front bottom. Bring that chin into the chest. And then take that chin away. So we're moving that, moving the tension within the spinal cord. Bring the chin into the chest. Feel the stretch through the neck, through the head, through the back, and then take the chin away. As you take the chin away, you relieve it. Push those knees into the floor. Sit yourself up tall. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Pop the hands on the floor behind. Push that chest forward. Take the chin up to the sky. Bring the toes towards your body and then push those toes away. Bring that chin down into the chest. Pull those toes towards your body. Push those toes away. Take those hands off the floor. Rest them on the knees. Rolling those shoulders. Big circles with those arms. Dust the floor. Big circles with those arms. Dust the floor. Hands on the legs. Roll them all the way down towards those feet. Soften the thighs. Soften the knees. And just pull yourself onto your front bottom. Pull that pelvis onto the thighs. And then pull the chest forward towards the knees. And then loosen that neck. Bring the chin into the chest. And then roll yourself all the way up vertical. Pop those hands on top of each other. And then rolling all the way down, one vertebra at a time, all the way down to flat. Laying your head on the ground. Take your arms all the way over your head. Reach the fingers away from the body, pushing the right hand from the right leg. Left hand away from the left leg. Bring those hands all the way up to the sky, chin into the chest. And roll yourself all the way back up again. Grab your roller. Pop it across behind you on the mat. We just do a brief loosen up of the upper back. So lay the roller under those bottom ribs, breathing in, breathing out, push the chest up to the sky and stretch the body over the roller. Big breath out. Empty those lungs and then pick the bum off the floor and slowly roll the roller up towards the shoulders, holding the head if you want and slowly rolling the roller down towards those lower ribs. And then breathing in, roll that roller back up towards the shoulders. And then breathing out, roll that roller back down towards the bottom ribs. And then breathe in at the bottom. And then this time we breathe out as we take the roller up. And then breathe in at the top. And breathe out as you go down. So breathing out really lets the body relax. And lets those ribs open up. And lets those vertebrae just separate. Now move the roller a little bit quicker. And leaning onto the right hand side slightly, just do those right ribs, feel the clicks on the facet joints, and then roll onto that left side and just move those ribs on the spine on the left, all the way down, all the way up. Good. And then laying yourself back, go all the way up and down the middle, and rest that roller in the middle of that upper back. Really push those ribs up. Take the fingers, palms together over the head. Push the hands away, push those legs away. Really reach and stretch through that upper body. Take the right wrist in the left hand and pull that away from the body. Reaching and stretching. And then take the left wrist in the right hand and pull that and push the leg away, push the hand away. And then take both hands and push both hands and arms away from the feet. And then slide your fingers back to your head. Take your head in your hands, lift your head up, bend your knees up, drag the roller up towards the top of the body. Breathing in and then roll yourself all the way down. So it comes to the bottom ribs. Bring the chin into the chest, bum on the floor, and sit yourself back up. Feel nice and stretched in that upper body. Okay, leave the roller where it is. Grab the ball, and let's stick that under. Pop that under the right buttock, and we're going to do circles with that ball. Circles with the bum on the ball. So rolling that ball, and then good, go the other way. Good. And then just go side to side across your bum. So side to side across, and then find a pressure point. So find an area that's got tension and just do the bend and straighten. Try to keep on that pressure point. Try not to move, don't fall off it. If you want, bring the knee up, bring it down. Good, stay on the pressure point, bring it up, bring it down. Moving the legs, so we're moving the muscle whilst trapping it. Good. Good. Move the ball again. Try and find another area of tension. Good. So we're not going to iron them all out, but we can have a little bit of a play. Good. Good. And sometimes having the foot on the floor means that you actually keep the tension on, and then roll the ball. A bit of moving. And then change the ball onto the other side. Moving that around. Rolling in circles. Big circles one way, big circles the other. A bit of side to side. Keep losing it. A bit of side to side there. And then find an area of tension in that glute. And then leg bend, leg straighten. Good, keep that. Keep moving, keep staying on that tension. Once that goes, you can move the ball and find another area. Interestingly, as one does those wider squats in the evening sessions, seems to get more on the outside of the glute. Good. And then move the ball again. And we can hop off it. Hop off the ball. and grab your roller. Come up and sit on the roller. And we're just going to roll through that glute. Roll through it. So I'm going down to the bottom insertion point of the hamstring and then up onto the back of the hip. So I'm concentrating on the right side at the moment. More weight on that side. And then I'm going to go over onto that left side. Through the glutes, up into the top there. Up into that hip area. And then staying left, rolling over onto the left side. So through that attachment point of the iliotibial band on the side of the hip, and then all the way over onto the front through those hip flexors. Just into the top of the leg and onto the top of that hip. Good. And then onto the other leg. All the way down, all the way up. Good, and then all the way onto the side. And then over onto the bum. Good. And then when you're back onto the back, onto your bum, slide the roller down into the hamstrings. And then we're going to go all the way down to the insertion point up into the back of the leg. All the way down, all the way up. Good. Turn the toes towards each other, get that inner thigh. And even lift that left leg up and lean on that right leg only. So you go on that inner thigh. Then you can come back onto the back of that right leg. All the way up, we're going to roll over onto the outside of the right leg. You guys are expert rollers now, so we can just keep it continuous all the way over onto the front. Into the top of the hip. Into the top of the knee, all the way over, still on the right leg, so I can turn my toes out and get on the inner thigh. And then swap legs. So I'm going to lean on that inner thigh of the left leg. Keep those toes turned out. If I have the knee slightly bent, I can get more inside it. And then I can load up on the front of it. You can really walk your hands on the mat and get the full length. And then over onto the outside edge of that left leg. Into the hip. That's really peeing down with rain now. All the way down on that, up and down on the side of that leg. And then all the way over onto the back. Excellent, I can still see you all moving, so nobody's frozen. Okay, put your bum on the floor when you've gone all the way around. And then whiz the roller down into those calves. Hands on the floor, up and down from the top of the knee, down to the top of the Achilles. Full length of those calves. So again, turn the toes outward. At the outside edge. If you don't feel enough on the legs, do them individually. Put one leg on top of the other. Turn the toes down so you get a bit on that shin area. Back over, so I'll do the right leg. And then all the way up and down on the inside of that calf. Then I can do the left leg. I can start on the inside. And then I can go over onto the back of it. And then all the way around and turn those toes onto the floor and get the outside edge of the front. Good. And then pop that bum on the floor. So move your roller, oh no, keep your roller, sorry, keep your roller here. Walk your feet down to the end of the mat, have the soles of your feet flat. And then we're just going to lay ourselves down. We're going to do that sacroiliac joint. Lay your feet down, pull the roller up towards your bum, put your feet under your knees, breathing in, roll those shoulders up to the ears, into the floor, slide them down. Just pop your fingers on the roller so it doesn't slide away. Breathing in. On the out breath, flatten the back, lift up that pubic bone and lift the body up onto the roller, slide the roller under the hip. So make sure it's between the top crest. So if you put your hands on your hip bone, it's between the iliac crest or kind of near to the iliac crest, in between there and the tailbone. So pull those, draw the core in, pull those ribs down towards the floor so we engage the tummy muscles. Roll the shoulders up to the ears into the floor. Don't mind where your arms are. You're just going to drop that right knee out to the side and bring it back in. You can rest your hands on your pelvis if you want. Drop the knee out, bring it back in. As you drop it out, you'll feel that there's a glide where the pelvis and spine meet. Drop that knee out to the side, bring it back. Drop the knee out to the side, bring it back. If the roller feels too high, you can do this on a squishy ball. Drop the knee out to the side, bring it back. Drop the knee out to the side and then just push, just load up this side of your pelvis and push it into the roller a bit. Release it, just roll it, give it a bit of a nudge, just roll and release, roll, push and release, push and release, push and release. Keep those ribs pulled down so your tummy's engaged. Push, release, push, release, and bring that knee back up to center. Now take that knee out to the side and then give it a little push. Bring that knee back up. Take that knee out to the side, push that hip into the roller, bring it all the way back up. One more. Take that knee out to the side, push into the roller, bring it back up. Okay, leave the right side and we do the left side. Hands on the pelvis, drop the knee out, bring it in. Drop the knee out. So just feel that the pelvis kind of glides. Drop the knee out, bring it back in. Drop the knee out, bring it back in. Drop the knee out, hold it there and just glide that back and pelvis into the roller and release. Glide it in and release. Glide it in and release. Glide it in, release. One more. And then pull that knee back up to center. Drop the knee out to the side, glide it back in, release, bring back up. Drop the knee out to the side, glide it into the roller, release, bring back up. One more, drop it out, glide that hip into the roller and release. And then bring that back up. Good, feet on the floor, toes are soft on the floor, heels are on the floor. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Push off the heels and lift the back off the roller and shove it out of the way. Breathing in, lower that back down to the ground. Breathing out, take those knees in, bring those knees into the chest, bring the nose up to the knees and release. Bring that nose up to the knees and release. One more, bring the nose up to the knees and release. Lower the head on the ground, roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Push those shoulder blades together, lift that lower back up and turn the tailbone down. Take the feet up away from the floor. Push those, have those arms by your side, push those fingers down past your tailbone. Drawing in your core, take your right toes all the way down to touch the floor and then draw them back up. Take the left toes all the way down to the floor, keeping that neutral spine. Lift those toes back up. So the tailbone's in the ground, slight lift of the lower back, all the ribs are on the floor, shoulders on the floor. Take that right toe down to the floor, draw the core in as you go around, bring it back up. Take the left toe all the way around, rotating at that hip, bring that leg back up. Take that right foot all the way down, hold it there, slide that right leg out straight on the floor, very light and soft. Bring that right leg back in, bring it back up. Take that left leg all the way over. Extend it out straight. Bring it back in. Take hold of the knees in the hand, bring the tailbone off the floor, release the lower back. Let the tailbone go back. Hug those knees in and release. Bring the nose to the knees and release. Leave your body flat on the floor. Take the arms out like a scarecrow. If you want to, take the toes onto the floor. If you're happy with the legs in the air, drop the knees over to the left, eyes to the right. Feel the stretch in that lower back. Put your left hand on your right thigh and just pull that right leg down and push that right arm away. Breathing in, breathing out. Trying to get the shoulders on the floor, trying to keep the hip lifting and rotating over. Let go of that right knee, eyes to the sky, lift those legs up and take them all the way over to the other side. So at first, just let them sit. Then put your right hand on your left thigh, turn your eyes to the left, push that left hand away, and then just pull that right knee down onto the floor. Or it's on top of the other leg, so just pulling, but you can give it more of a stretch by just putting that hand on and lengthening through that lower back. Bring those knees up, releasing the hand, bring the eyes to the sky, drop the knees to the right, to the left, sorry. You can use your hand again if you want, or don't bother. Push the hands away from each other if you want. Breathing in. On the out breath, lift those knees up and rotate them onto the other side, turning the eyes to the left, pushing those knees down towards the floor. Use the right hand if you want. Bring those knees back up to center. Take the arms all the way overhead, stretch those legs away. Push the fingers from the toes, reaching and stretching. Bring those fingers to the sky, bring the right knee in, hug that right knee all out to the armpit, pulling that right leg up short. Take that right leg all the way over the body, push that right hand away, breathing in, breathing out, reaching and stretching. Take that right leg all the way back, pull that right knee in towards the armpit. Let that right leg go all the way out straight. Push those hands above the head, reach and stretch. Bring those hands to the sky, bring the left knee in. Hug that knee in towards the chest. Keep those shoulders back and down. Pull that left knee all the way over the body, taking it all the way down to the floor. Breathing in. Breathing out, push that left knee down, push that left hand away. Stretching, stretching, stretching. Let that left knee come back up to the sky. Pull the knee in towards the chest. Take that left leg out straight. Take those hands all the way over the head. Push those fingers away from the toes. Reach and stretch. Bring those hands up to the sky. Bring those arms all the way down by your side. Slide the fingers softly under your bum. Push those elbows into the floor and lift up onto the back of the head. Breathing in. Breathing out, squeeze those shoulder blades together, open that chest, breathing in, breathing out, squeezing those shoulder blades together, opening that chest, pushing your chest up to the sky, draw the tummy in if you feel pressure on the lower back, and pull those lower ribs down, pushing the upper ribs up to the sky, and then release that back down onto the floor, bring the left knee in, bring the right knee in, bring the tailbone off the ground, hug the nose to the knees. Take those arms away so they're pointing past the body. Unravel, take the hands up to the sky, head to the floor, toes to the ground, neutral spine as soon as you can. Shoulders are flat, upper ribs are flat. Slight lift off the lower back as you extend those legs out straight. Extend them out straight, breathing in. On the out breath, fingers up to the sky, chin up to the chest, and roll yourself all the way up to sitting, reaching forward towards those feet. Soften those knees, breathing in, breathing out. Sit yourself up tall, swing your legs around and come up onto all fours. Come up onto all fours. Middle fingers parallel, hands are under the shoulders, turn the inside of the elbows forward. Tailbone goes down to the floor, eyes down, back up. Breathing in, tailbone goes up to the sky, belly comes down, eyes come up, spread those buttocks, pull the knees apart on the mat without moving them. Really spread those buttocks in this position, breathing in. Turn that tailbone down, using the pressure of the knees on the floor and the buttocks engaged to turn that pelvis. Eyes come down, back comes up. breathing in. And on the out breath, find that neutral position. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Glide yourself backwards, opening up that hip. Pulling the knees apart on the mat, lift yourself up to come back onto all fours. Glide yourself backwards. Keeping the back parallel to the floor. Pull those knees apart, lift yourself back up. Rolling those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Slide onto the elbows and come down onto your tummy. Bring your hands down by your side. Forehead on the ground, drawing in the core, clench the bum, push the pubic bone in the floor. Rest on the bottom ribs. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Lift the arms off the floor, making sure the belly's raised, making sure your pubic bone's down. Pulse those arms up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold those hands behind your back and push them away. Open up that chest, lift those hands up to the sky, keeping the shoulders back and down. Breathing in. Breathing out, push those hands away down towards the feet. Lengthen the head away from the toes. Breathing in. Breathing out. Release those arms, let them come back down to the floor. Bend the elbows. Bring the fingertips up towards the eyes. Elbows are bent. Breathing in. On the out breath, lift the hand and forearm up and lower. Lift that hand and forearm up and lower. Lift the hand and forearm up. Lift the whole arm up. Breathing in. On the out breath, pulse those arms up to the sky for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that hand up in the sky. Breathing in. On the out breath, pulse the arms up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift that upper body up. Lift those eyes off the floor. Breathing in. On the out breath, lift those hands to the sky for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower those hands down, lower the forehead down, put the hands flat on the floor by the bottom ribs. Breathing in, clench the bum, push the pubic bone in the floor, draw the tummy up. Breathing in, and on the out breath, lift that upper body up, resting on the bottom rib. Breathing in, take those hands off the floor, so you're supporting yourself with your back muscles. Put those hands back on the ground, breathing in. On the out breath, push off the hands and lift onto that pubic bone, keeping those shoulders back and down. Breathing in. On the out breath, push up onto those knees, keeping that chest open, shoulders back and down. Keep those shoulders back, Leslie. Good, Hilary, open the chest, breathing in. On the out breath, lower onto the pubic bone, breathing in. On the out breath, lower onto the bottom ribs, breathing in. On the out breath, lower all the way down to flat. Keep those hands next to the bottom ribs. Breathing in. On the out breath, roll the shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Lift that chest up, resting on the pubic bone and the bottom rib, belly lifted. Breathing in. On the out breath, take those hands off the floor, take them out wide. Keeping yourself supported, push those fingers away from each other and then take those hands towards each other behind your bum and then bring them out wide again. Bring those hands back next to the bottom ribs. Breathe in. On the out breath, push off those hands and come on the pubic bone. Keep the elbows bent, chest open, shoulders back. Breathe in. On the out breath, push off those hands and lift onto your knees. Breathe in, chest open. Eyes horizontal to the floor. Tense those thighs and lift the knees up off the ground. Keeping those chests open, keeping the core clenched, keep the bum clenched. Drop the knees, go back into child pose. Bum in the air, armpits down to the floor, bending the back the other way. Breathing in, breathing out. Walk the hands to the left-hand side of the mat, bum to the right. Walk the hands to the right-hand side of the mat, bum left. Bring those hands to the center. In this position, pulling the knees apart on the mat without actually moving them. Lift yourself, come up onto all fours, using the glutes. Take those knees apart on the floor. I'm going to go sideways on the mat. So come onto your elbows and take your knees apart on the floor. Lengthen that body, lengthen the head away from the tailbone. Push those knees into the floor. Breathing in. Breathing out, release those thighs, let them stretch open a bit. Breathing in. On the out breath, push those knees into the floor. Breathing in. On the out breath, release those knees, let them stretch open. Glide backwards a bit, glide forwards a bit. Glide backwards a bit, glide forwards a bit. Backwards, forwards, into the middle position. Put those hands on the floor and lift those knees back together, coming back onto all fours. Coming back onto all fours. Take those hands towards the front of the mat, turn the toes over. Turn those toes over so the soles of the toes are on the ground. Breathing in on the out breath, lift the knees off the floor, push that bum up into the air, keep those knees soft. Keeping those knees soft. Take the tummy button towards the thighs, armpits to the toes, stretching those hands away. Push those knees back, push the right knee, heel down, left knee, heel down. Right knee, heel down. Left knee, heel down. Push both heels down. Push the armpits to the toes. Breathing in. Breathing out, loosen that head and neck. Good. Stretching through those hamstrings, pushing with those heels. Take that right leg up into the sky. Pushing that left heel down. Bend that right knee, drop the foot to the floor, knee to the sky, stretch through the front of that hip. Breathing in, and on the out breath, swing that leg through between those hands. Swing that leg through, stretch that back leg backwards. Dropping the groin down to the floor, try to keep this foot under this knee. Pushing that left heel back, pushing the groin towards the floor. Take that right leg out to the side so your flesh can come under inside that leg. Reaching, so we're stretching the hip, there's nothing restricting. Reaching the chest forward, breathing in, and then drop that back knee to the floor. Keep the toes like this for a moment. There's more stretch in the hip. Pushing that hip down to the ground and then turn those toes over. Come up onto your foot and your knee. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Tuck the bum underneath you. Glide that hip forward a bit so we feel more stretch in the left hip. Take the left hand up into the sky. Breathing in. On the out breath, pull that back knee forward a bit, tensing it. And then breathing out, push that left hand into the sky. Release the tension, push the left knee down. Let the left side swing out to the side a bit. Let the left hand go over the head to the right a bit. And really stretch through that left side, reaching, making it as long as you can. And then release. Bring one hand either side of this front foot. Glide your bum back to take that front leg straight. Take that front knee down. Keep that toe pointed so the sole's on the floor. And keep it in a line. The middle of the foot's in line with the shin bone, in line with the knee. Pull the toes to your nose. Push those toes away. Pull the toes to your nose, keeping this front leg straight. Push those toes away. Walk those hands to the left. And then walk those hands to the right. And then come back to either side of this foot. Taking that tummy down to the thighs. And bend that front knee, glide that body forward. Feel that stretch through that front hip. Lengthening, breathing in, and then with this this right foot, we're going to walk the right foot across to the left hand. Put those palms flat on the floor and drop that right knee down by the right hand. Lengthen that left leg away, breathing in. On the out breath, come down onto your elbows. Pushing that left foot away, keeping this right leg across the mat. Breathing in, Breathing out, lowering the hips, lowering the body. Try and keep your hips parallel to the floor and your spine straight. Breathing in, and on the out breath, lift your body up so that you're resting on this front leg. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Now push off this front leg. If you don't want to do it this way up, you can lie on your back and do it so that you have your leg across your body. Yeah, lie on your back and put your right foot on your left leg, your left knee, and pull the left leg in. Yeah. So stretching like this, pushing that hip as vertical as you can, and then take the hands off the floor, hands behind the back, and push and strengthen. So holding yourself like this. So if you're the other way up, having your right hand on your right knee, pushing it into a place of stretch, and then push the knee into the hand. Hold that for 10 seconds. Take a breath in, breathe out, release, and push the leg further into a stretch. Okay, take the hands back on the floor if you're in pigeon. Lower yourself down, lower your tummy to the ground. Breathing in, breathing out. Lengthening the leg away, breathing in, breathing out. Walk those hands back to this front leg. Turn the back toe over. Lift that back. So come and join us back here again. We're going to go back into down dog, bum in the air. And sorry, both feet are together. Pushing off the palms of the hands. Pushing off the palms of the hands. Push the right heel into the ground. Push the left heel into the ground. Good. Or you can do the hamstring stretch lying on your back. Push both feet into the ground. Push those heels away. Reaching and stretching. Reaching and stretching. Take that left leg straight up into the air. Then you can turn onto your side if you're on your back. Drop the heel behind you in this position. Knee in the sky, and then bring that foot through between the hands. You can do the quad stretch lying on your side. Yeah, perfect. Okay, lengthening that leg away, pushing the heel away from keeping the toes like this, push the heel away. Lowering that groin, pull that left leg out to the side, let the belly come down in the gap there. Lowering yourself down, breathing in. Breathing out, drop that back knee to the floor, keep the toes like this for a moment. Stretching that groin towards the front foot, then turning that toe over. Lift yourself up to vertical. Keep that pubic bone pushed forward. Take that right hand up into the air. Keeping that pubic bone forward, push that back knee towards the front foot on the ground without moving it. Breathing in, breathing out. Push that right hand up into the air, release the tension at the front of the leg. Push the side out to the right, really reaching and stretching. Really taking that hand up, pushing the side over, stretching through that side. And then release. Have one hand either side of the front leg. Glide the body backwards. Keep those toes flat on the floor. Keep the alignment of the foot, shin bone, knee, hip. Good. Pull the toes to the nose. Push those toes away. Pull the toes to the nose. Push them away. Walk the hands to the left. And then walk the hands to the right. And then bring those hands either side of that front foot. And then glide that body back forward, stretching through the groin. Take those palms on the floor, walk that left foot across to the right hand. Lower that left knee down to the ground, pushing that right leg backwards. Lower your body down onto the floor. Lowering your body down, stretching, breathing in, breathing out. Release that right leg back behind. And then walking your body back so that you put one hand on the knee, one hand on the foot. Lift and straight, try to get that pelvis vertical. Breathing in. Breathing out, take the hands away by pushing the knees into the floor. Hold your hands together behind your back, reaching and stretching. Breathing in, breathing out. Stretch through that front hip. Engage that, stretch through the back hip and engage through the front glute. Breathing in. Breathing out, push those hands away, lengthen the neck. And then release those hands and lower the body all the way down to flat. Breathing in, breathing out. Walk those hands back towards this front foot, one hand either side of the knee, one hand either by the foot. Turn the back toe over, lift the back knee off the floor, push that bum up into the air. Back into down dog, push the right heel down, push that left heel down. Push both heels down, push those armpits down towards the toes. Good. Bring yourself into the plank position, lengthening the body. Good, holding yourself nice and strong. And then drop the knees down and lay yourself down on your left-hand side. Left-hand side. So support the head with the underneath arm. Stack the knees so they're bent. Make sure that if you drew a line through from your spine, it comes down into the middle of the shins. Make sure the top of the hip is above the bottom hip. Put the right hand on the floor for balance. If you want to lift that top knee up and down. Up and down. Just come as high as you can. Good, but firing up this bum muscle. Up and down. So don't force the hip joints, but just try to go to the highest you can go. Good. Good, one more. Hold it up high. Holding it here, release the feet and take the top knee backwards. Up and back. Good. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten that top leg out. Turn the toes down, turn the knee down. And with that heel, we're going up and back. Up and back with the leg like this. Feel the bum. 4, 5, 6. Now turn the toe around so that it's out and now take it backwards. So it's harder. You'll feel the inner thigh wanting to work. Good. 4, 3, but you find it harder on the bum. 2, 1. Bend that knee so that you've still got the knee pointing up to the sky. Lower the knee down, lift it up, down and up. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Rest that leg down. Lift the knee up, do a big circle with it. Lift the knee up, do a big circle. Lift it up, try to keep the bottom hip still. Good, 1 more. Good, okay, rest that side, roll over onto the other side. So underneath arms supporting the head. Hips stack, top hip above the bottom hip, slight lift off the lower back off the floor at your waist. Oh, sorry, slight lift of your waist off the floor. Getting those knees so that the spine drives into the middle of your shin. Lift that top knee up and down for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the leg in the air. Take the whole leg up and back for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the leg high. Turn the leg straight. Turn the foot to the floor. Take that leg backwards for 6, 5, 4. So keep the pelvis still, clench the bum. 3, 2, 1. Turn the foot to the sky. Lift that back. You'll feel the inner thigh. 6, 5. But clench the bum. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend that knee. Bring the top knee down and up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding the leg here, circle back, down to the floor, forwards and up. Down to the floor, forwards, up and back. Good, 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Put the feet together. Lengthen those legs out straight and roll over onto your back. Roll over onto your back. Lengthen your legs. Take those fingers all the way over the head. Reach those fingers away from the toes. Breathing in. On the out breath, hands to the sky, chin into the chest. Roll yourself all the way up to sitting. Reaching forwards towards those feet. Reaching forwards towards those feet. Soft knees, filling your body down towards your thighs. Breathing in on the out breath. Sit yourself up nice and tall. Roll those shoulders up to the ears. Put the fists on the floor. Push off those elbows. Breathing in. Tighten the thighs. Breathing out. Clench the bum. Lift those hips up. Clench. Lengthen the head away. Hold your body in this plank. Using the bum. Clenching it. Breathing in. And on the out breath, lower down to the ground. Breathing in. On the out breath, clench and lift those hips up off the floor. Holding strong. Head, eyes to the sky, pushing the body up, breathing in. And then lower. Good, really lead with the hips. Breathing in, last one. Breathing out, toes to the sky, clench with the bum, push those hips up. Lengthen the head, eyes up, pull those shoulders back and down. Push the body away from the hands. And then lower down onto the floor, keeping those shoulders back. Push off the hands and get into neutral spine. Bring those arms all the way forward. Bring them all the way up into the sky. Bring them around, dust the floor. All the way up, leave them in the sky. Push them up as high as you can. Bring that chest up. Breathing in, fill those lungs up with air. Tighten the thighs, push the knees down. Breathing out. Release those arms on the floor. Rest them on your legs. And roll your shoulders. Brilliant. What a lovely start to a rainy day. Well done.